Well,
What?
see, I take notes. Speaking of no.
Yeah, speaking of notes.
There's a couple. We had
I
some
take
minor events.
paper notes.
Hey, now you can say you've bled for the campaign.
Oh, Jesus.
Blood for the blood god.
Bled for the blood
Yeah,
god.
Blood
recap
god.
with those notes.
All right. So, I'm just reading my notes verbatim as I usually do.
Yep.
Sirit did not come back with us because we were leaving space, going back to to Sigil. We got back. Mordenkainen was not happy about us bringing people back with us, but whatever.
Quick point of order. Quick point to add to that. Sirit was it's a quaddle. Coatl?
Yep.
And that's why she was super powerful.
Didn't we already determine that, though?
Oh, we might have gotten that. Yeah, we might have gotten that the week before. I apologize. I was wrong. Continue.
No, we appreciate it.
Anyway, so we all got back. Mordenkainen can perish. Butthead. Anyway, it was a shopping day because we had like a week pretty well to do whatever the fuck we wanted. So I went shopping with I was about to say Nima because we were talking about Nima. Not correct. With Ellanis and Canis?
Yes, it was the trio.
I just wrote I went shopping. So fuck
It
the
was
other
the three.
people.
It was the three of us. We had a good time.
We went to Ed Not Mode's shop, the Holy Grill, whatever.
Holy
Anyway.
Grail.
The Holy Grail.
Holy Grill.
Holy girl.
I wrote Ellanis is trying to throw titles around to get preferential treatment, except Ed Not Mode, GMMODE, is not having any of that. LOL. Not much else happened between that, I guess. Garret pulls out his coin. Oh, yeah. So then Garret had a conversation with I wasn't there for this, so I don't know why I took notes of this. But anyway, Garret pulls out his coin for Mordenkainen and asks him if he can see it. He can. It's a matter of true sight, apparently. Oordem was with them also, to which Oordem could not see the coin. But I think Mordenkainen put it in his hand so he could feel it, but couldn't see it.
Correct.
The coins are from way before Garret's time. Mordenkainen asked Garret where he got them. Maybe something is trying to talk to Garret? Question mark, exclamation point.
Technically, he has been.
That is true. I forget why, but Mordenkainen also offered Oordem to hold a piece of the rod, and he got no reaction from it. I want to say this was the piece of the rod that made Garret, like, get pushed back a couple of feet or something.
It would be an alignment check thing.
Yes.
Lawful.
Oordem is a bad boy.
Alignment vibe.
I'm a neutral boy.
Sorry, I'm trying to... Ellanis is trying to avoid someone. Has questions for Canis about someone? Question mark. They went to a bar to talk. And then as they were going in, a homeless man asked them for some money. He wears a green cloak. He's grungy looking, gross beard. And I think Ellanis gave him money. Canis was like, no. Ellanis is asking about Garret. Of course, Canis says that as soon as Garret got the first rod piece, he felt he's been acting weird. Ellanis says she's going to keep an eye out on him. Apparently, seems to think that Garret might be swayed by Vecna? Question mark. That's less of what was actually said and more of my own personal take on that conversation. Canis says that Oordem is also different. And Ellanis doesn't trust how I'm not as paranoid as her. Why would I be? And then I wrote, Vera would not like how much Ellanis doesn't trust any of her friends. Because I don't think Vera was present for that conversation.
You were not.
I was not, but, you know.
Yeah.
And then Oordem and I had a conversation. He asked me about my robotness. I told him everything. And I also told him that I think we should be telling each other our secrets because then Vecna can't use our secrets against us. That's probably a terrible idea. But anyway.
We appreciate the initiative.
Then Oordem
We love
left.
you.
And Illustrial came down and gave me a piece of the rod. The first piece of the rod, the one that allows you to cast Commune. And I, being a big dumb stupid idiot, forgot what Commune meant. Anyway, Illustrial kind of sighed and was like, "Oh dear, you should probably use this. No rush, but here you go." I waited until that night to use it though. Oordem and Garret also had a private chat. I'm not going to lie, I did not fully 100% pay attention to this conversation, but it was something about communing and about whether or not Vecna is really as powerful or knowing as he claims to be. Because if he really was that strong, why wouldn't he just do the shit that he wants to do, right?
It
And take
was
control, something to that effect.
it was a mix of sort of like Oordem saying like, well, who are we to stop Vecna, but also who's Vecna to stop us, as well as Garret being like, well, we still don't know what he's gonna do. Let's talk to him. Let's call him up on the telephone and see what he says.
Which, yeah. Anyway, I wasn't there, so I have no opinion. That night, I decided, this was like the fourth night, I want to say, I decided to use the rod piece in the library to commune. I closed my eyes and meditated a bit. It took a moment. And then finally, I was in a room of white. Red drapes fell from the ceiling. There was a carpet that popped up under my feet as I walked, which felt like it took ages to get to. There was a throne of some sort of head, and seated on the throne was a very large woman. What does that say? I don't. It looks like it says scabs, but I don't think that's right. Vibrant orange dress. I don't see any hands. Shoulders kind of meet up with the headdress. Everything is very large and sharp, and there were a bunch of blades on like a masked, emotionless sort of face. The spell triggered that and then I could ask 3 yes or no questions. I sent oh my god, what? Ooh, my mouth isn't working. I can feel a sense of familiarity here. I asked if she is the Lady of Pain. She said yes, with intrigue. I asked if she knows me. She said yes. I asked if she's like me. She said no. And then my mind was taken back to the past. By pass and weave through existence, out past Sigil and the Outlands, and I could see a large green beam going through Sigil, mixed with reds and pinks. I could see some face in the sky, noseless, decrepit. It's Vecna. And I'm in the midst of when the Lady of Pain locked Vecna in the vault. And I realized that I was there when it happened the first time, I guess. Oh. I get pulled back, but remain there? Don't quite, I don't know what I meant by writing that. Garret heard something snap and roll.
You probably wrote that as I was saying everything else happened at once.
I think so. A lot of the times whenever I'm taking my notes, I'm taking them as you're saying them, so a lot of shit doesn't make sense upon reread. Garret, who was also in the library because he wanted to turn on the phone, heard something snap and roll. He looks and is startled. I'm in a trance, and it's impossible to snap me out of it. And seated in the chair across from me, there was the man in the green cloth with the scraggly beard. It's the guy that Ellanis helped. He's tapping a finger, says something like every thread, every world, something with having to do with your selfishness. Why hesitate? His visage turns. Something down the walls that keeps you from your desires. Tear down the walls, maybe. Garret wanted to speak to him to say something, but then there was just kind of this like rush, and the glass in the sanctuary shattered, portals opened up into existence in the sanctum, and I think the old man disappeared. The captain and Honea run out. The captain's holding a body. It's Tasha. The old man runs to the an old man. An old man. I don't know who runs to the portal. An old man runs to the portal behind him. I need your help. Fire and ruin. There's energy, pinks and greens everywhere, and Oordem saw the face of Vecna.
Yeah.
And I don't think we know it yet, but we do know that the other old man is Elminster. Characters don't know that, but players do.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a name tag on.
Hello, I'm.
Yep, that's what it says.
So feel free to add in anything else that I forgot or did not hear or got incorrect.
I think you pretty much got everything.
Okay. So throughout the city, that large pulse that kind of shattered the windows of the sanctum, Canis and Ellanis, you guys would have felt that outside of the sanctum as well. Probably your immediate reaction is to run back to the sanctum. But yes, as that happens, all that at once, Vera, you come to, and Garret, aside from getting knocked from that pulse and the window shattered and such, and Oordem, you watching the chaos ensuing in the main hall, everybody comes to. That's present. Lady Alestral rushes over with Millennia and begins to see what she can do for the body, and she realizes quickly who it is. And as she's over the body, the old gentleman and the captain are completely finished closing the portal with the aid of both of their staffs.
So, Tasha's on the ground, injured.
Correct.
Just to understand, Tasha's on the ground, injured.
Injured, unconscious.
Various wizards and warlocks and whatnot coming over to stop the portal, and we're pretty much just in the other room and see the commotion. Right.
You're in this room,
right?
Together, and then the other two are in an opened library.
Oordem will just kind of like look around, as confused, and be like, what's going on?
It's or you're not near me, right?
You're near Vera.
Mm-hmm. We're in the library. I think Oordem was in the main room.
Yeah.
What
happened?
As you're looking around, Oordem, Alestral, Oordem, please. And she motions you over. She needs healing.
I'll go ahead and give her a heal. 70 HP back, and she is cured of blindness, deafness, and diseases. Unless she's a constructor undead.
Well, she's all those things.
Damn it. I hope that's enough.
As you put that pulse of energy into her, you can definitely see the wounds immediately begin to seal, and her breathing kind of evens out, but she stays unconscious for the time being.
What did this?
The old man turns as they finish up. I think we all know who did this. The maimed lord, the undying king. The chained god. She was on Alexandria before it fell.
Nima's home?
The captain nods.
Okay, yeah.
We do what we
Yeah.
could, but
His whole city, world, plane?
the captain looks to the old wizard, unsure. Plain, as far as I'm aware.
Oordem just kind of like
Better notify Matt.
just sits back. Sorry. Sits back in a bit of a kind of shock, taking this in. That I thought there would be time before.
This is what
any of
happens.
this
This is what happens when his followers get out of hand. They give him enough power. Asha did what she could, but she called for my help.
I assume that
He walks over to her and kneels down, make sure she's okay. Puts like a hand on her shoulder.
I assume you can do more than I can, but
You've done
Well,
enough. I can tell.
Jess rushes into the room, like slamming the door open. He goes, "We heard a disturbance, and of course we said to ourselves it must have originated here." And he sees the commotion. It's like we missed some excitement.
As the two come in, you see the old wizard kneeling over Tasha, and most of the sanctum itself is in disarray. Some of the small automatons are beginning to fix what they can.
We leave for an afternoon. What happened?
The captain stands up. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm more worried about the Archwitch.
That's exactly what happened. Something bad.
Oh, I thought it was great.
Their friend Nima's world is gone.
I will
I'm
quickly
sorry.
turn, like snap my head towards him and go, What do you mean? Go.
It's
Gone.
Under his. Does
Destroyed.
no, you can't. You can't just. That's a world.
your plane.
First of many, according to him. Elminster stands up. Indeed.
His eyes are kind of darting back and forth. Have you had word from Nima?
I haven't heard anything.
He chose to stay behind.
Quickly gained his composure, though.
Captain blurts out that he chose to stay behind. If there was a chance of survival, he likely is trying to find it.
Is the plane just destroyed or just under his control, or what does it mean that it's fallen?
It's gone. Elminster stands up and he kind of began to project a spell. The spell itself shows a world similar to Toril, kind of mirroring it, but it is cracked in half. It is destroyed in almost every regard. It's just a volcanic wasteland at this point. covered in like lingering energies of like the purple magics that you've seen. This is the results of his cults. Not only has he been to this plane before, he's been to many others, and this is a recent result. He recently touched this plane, so his connection to it was a bit stronger.
A bit. Seems like an awful lot stronger, if you ask me.
Gods work in mysterious ways, young Githyanki.
You want us to stand up against that?
I am just here to help Tasha. I didn't know of your plan. The captain speaks up a little bit. They're looking for an item to try and stop him. And Elminster looks towards Mordenkainen, and Mordenkainen nods in affirmation.
Several more items, or several pieces of it. We've got a ways to go.
Well, you're in one of the safest spots for it, I guess.
Are we just to kind of collect himself a bit? Can't just stay here forever. Everything else collapses around this, and even if this is the last to go, it will go.
Looks like you're against the clock.
Yep.
We've been procrastinating for days.
Mordenkainen speaks up. The research cannot be rushed.
And you better hurry up.
He nods and makes for the stairs or to keep going.
You can tell that to Nima.
If we are able to stop the Whispered One, would there be a chance of undoing all of that? All of the destruction that he's done?
It's a powerful magic. I'm not too sure it's possible, but worlds have been restored once or twice.
Find a way.
You the one begging for money earlier? Ran into us earlier.
Elminster looks thoroughly confused.
Or am I confusing my old men?
In
in and out of character.
It
Out of
was
character, yes, you are confusing your old men.
Okay, sorry.
Are Vera and Garret, have they joined us yet? Are they just sleeping in the library because they probably have a soundproof wall set up magically?
No, the library.
Another chance, you.
So you guys, Vera, as you come to, and Garret, you see her come to, you can hear all these people gathering in the main hall.
Is the man in the green, is he gone?
Yes.
Yep.
You can definitely discern it was a vision.
Okay. So it wasn't real.
What's that?
As much as you want to talk to him.
Garret will rush back up to the others. Like, bust through the library doors.
They'll
What?
move
On here?
Tasha to the couch.
Garret, where are you going? She has no idea what the fuck happened. She just came to.
He is gone to be with the others.
Well, yeah, she's like chasing after him, like, what the fuck?
I think you just missed something that just happened.
And she'll follow up behind him.
You fall out. You see everything that's going on.
Mm.
The captain will walk up to Ellanis just to make sure she's okay. So, like, just glance over her.
She's just. I need a minute.
Right.
Kind of like she kind of moves to sit down, but just kind of falls. She's out of it right now. I was drinking. I was having food minutes ago.
Let our guard down.
We should have been there. At least
Can
helping
somebody
someone
please
out.
explain to me what's going on?
The captain looks at you guys. The world Nima is from is gone.
What?
Cracked in half, it's volcanic ash. He wiped it.
Tasha was trying to help, but she can only do so much.
And it wasn't the first plane that has been laid to waste.
Him and his followers are slowly getting to work.
Were they... Perhaps you wouldn't know, but were they comparable in number to the followers he might have here? It wasn't some sort of...
Elminster speaks up. Far more.
So that we might have time before he moves on to us. Or onto Toril.
Who knows how many followers he has in other cities. Or
I'm sure
anywhere
he's
else in
already.
the world.
I'm sure he's already swayed more to his cause.
Candace begins pacing. This is the most agitating you've seen him in a very long time. Like, probably since you met him.
I might be able to see if I can contact Nima.
It wouldn't be dangerous, would it? If we are being watched by the Whispered One and you're able to contact somebody through magic, would that open the eye to where he might be?
Elminster turns from the group and he raises his hands and the glass, the shattered glass and such. He begins to magically put the place back together.
Well, I mean, sending does work cross-plane, so it'd be worth a shot. I would just have to use some spells.
I'm more concerned. I don't know what is being watched, how we are being watched, but I don't want to put a target on Nima's back.
If that shriveled dick is any too worse, he already knows where we're at.
Well,
Not so much us, but Nima.
yes,
Well,
but you also have to think Nima might be alone. It might be just a matter of seeing who could get to him first, and this is even just a chance that he might know where he is, if he doesn't even know already.
Or if he's not dead.
Exactly.
If we contact him, would we be able to get him back? And I look to the stronger wizards in the room to evacuate him. Or is that chance gone?
The captain's, if he's alive, and you want to take that risk.
Happy. Garret, send it.
Well, I would need to adjust some things. Can't quite do it right now. But
Does anybody have a spare scroll of sending in the vast library behind us?
I have 2.
Okay.
We're not going to waste this.
Oh, go on, just use it, Garret.
But what? All right.
I'm sure we'll come across more.
You know how to cast it.
Yeah.
This puts us at 1, and then.
You know how to cast it!
Yes,
You could-
but I have already scribbled up my pages too much.
You can craft scrolls even in the pre-2024 rules, I believe.
But that probably costs
Man,
money.
ask
It
Mort
does.
kind to whip one up for you.
Yeah.
Yo, pal, you mind making me a scroll real quick?
All right, then. And Garret will take out one of the 2 scrolls he has left. And
When you guys were like discussing that scroll thing, the captain kind of just like shook his head and like. Go ahead.
Nice.
I was
Alright.
just watching us.
Sound like you have more to say.
let me think on what to say.
Are you alive?
I don't have enough food to stress on right now.
We have a lot more words.
Keep it.
Doesn't need to be all of them. Keep it short and sweet.
Are you alive?
Where are
Where
you?
are you?
Getting enough to eat.
Come rescue. We heard.
Thanks, Candace.
about your
No one cares about him.
But he was skinny. He's a.
five,
Nothing but
six,
skin and
seven,
bones.
8, 10,
Bring your sword.
Alone. Tell him to not to give up fighting.
All right, I got it. So, Garret will. What was that, Kenneth?
Tell him to not stop fighting.
All right. I'll see if I can remove some things and fit that in there.
You can remove the part about him being alive because if he returns the message, then it's obvious.
Well, he could
I-
be like, I'm dying.
Technicalities.
Are you alive? Yes, but barely. You know.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Or 21. Garret will open up the scroll and have it dissipate, and he will speak while thinking of Nima. He will say, "Where are you so we can come rescue you? We heard about your plane. Don't stop fighting and stay safe."
It takes a moment as the spell's cast, and you wait. Then you hear a cat.
Same cat, same cat.
Sorry.
We feel the same right now.
Be wild shaped.
No, you wait and continue to wait to no response.
Shit.
I'm fine.
Anything?
Is there like a delay because it's across the universe?
Give it a second. I don't know.
Well, okay, let's think of this though. Just because there's no answer doesn't mean he's dead. There could be something blocking it from going through.
Last refuge is an anti-magic dome. Keep
Maybe.
messages out.
Could be unconscious.
That too.
Could be the
Was that
Wi-Fi.
Elminster who said that?
Mm-hmm.
Vera's gonna turn and look at this old man and be like, "Sorry, who are you?"
Captain speaks up. This is... You've all likely never heard of him, but this is Elminster. He's a very close friend of Mordenkainen.
Oh, well, it was a pleasure to meet you, Elminster.
Travels the
books?
plains more than anyone we know.
The Elminster from the books.
The Elminster, yes.
Holy shit.
Does
A
Garret react?
shame we did not meet under brighter circumstances.
You had a lot of books in the library.
This is the daughter you spoke so highly about. It is, yes. I can see why.
Well, we'll try to contact him later. Then. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Garret, do you relay that there's no response?
Oh, well, Garrett's still waiting, but I would assume, judging by his silence and the other words he spoke, that, it came across as...
As the sender, you're always in a weird position that you can lie that you were responded to. That's why I asked.
Try to do it.
Still no response.
Good.
It's fine. Let's not jump to conclusions.
There's a lot to do.
I'm guessing like people probably tried sending me messages and ended up, weird. I'm gonna go get my crossbows now.
Yeah, we
Right,
might
so-
need them.
I'm
Oh.
going to need them.
How long has it been since Garret gave the staff and the...
He said it's going to take a bit, so pretty much after the next event.
Okay.
After the next piece.
Ugh. Then, if nothing else, I think from here on out, we prioritize finding the pieces of the rod.
Can only
It's
be
all we can
done.
do.
Goes without saying.
I believe it's all we have been doing. It's just someone's working a little slow right now.
Or any.
You're free to try it yourself, Ellanis.
I mean, I would, but last time I touched something, gestures.
Then let the mages do their work. Our job is to find the pieces. And that is what we are going to do.
A world is dead.
This is war, Ellanis. You should know that. This is how things work. People die. It's going to happen, whether we like it or not. All it means is that we need to be faster at finding pieces.
Vera, perhaps you shouldn't say that to somebody who has died.
Oordem.
All right, everyone. Please, this isn't a time to...
No. Actually, no. You want to do this? You want to
I'm
just
not
right here,
doing
right now?
anything, Ellanis. All I'm saying is that this is all we can do. There is nothing else that can be done. It's a shame what happened to Nima's planet, yes. Or not planet, but realm, yes. What were we supposed to do? Nothing. We couldn't go there. We couldn't very well go there ourselves.
We have our mission. And
Exactly.
our mission is set.
We're just sitting. We were sitting while
Ellanis.
What did you
Believe
want
me.
us to do?
fight. I don't.
Ellanis, we are fighting. Did you not forget the squabble that we just had in the Outer Plains right now? Look, we can't be everywhere at once. even when we are in places, sometimes things are too out of our hands to help. And it's a shame that the first time you perished, we were there and couldn't stop anything. And now this, but we do what we can. It's like we already said.
Young man, let me put this in a way that all of us can understand. And I apologize for interrupting, but all in all, we are here doing something, and the one who chose to stand up against him is a demigoddess, and even she could not stop it. We have a job to do. That job can work. We're all here to do what we can to postpone or even stop an unstoppable force. A demigoddess couldn't stand against him by herself. No offense. I'm offending myself with this. I could not stop her. And even Warren Kanan could not stop her. Or stop him.
And I better get training.
What we're doing is enough.
No.
All fighting can do is buy us time for finishing finding the rod and doing something that is probably the best chance of stopping him otherwise.
Correct, Celestial Center. Let us worry about fighting him and his cults, while you all look at yourself as sort of a unit to go into subterfuge. I'm not good at this. What she means is more of like a Black Ops unit. We need you guys going for these, because if we're taken out, he still has no idea what's going on with that, and it's a risk we have to take. We're exhausting all options. This isn't the only one. We have other people doing other things.
We are here for the long game. We are here to secure a more... I don't
We
even
are
know.
playing our part, and that's all
Yes.
we can do.
Andrea bought us some time.
Don't.
We cannot have each other being at each other's throats. That's
No.
all I'm saying.
Rising tensions is exactly what he wants. Let's not give him that.
Correct. Well, the show goes back to like making sure that Tasha's comfortable.
Player question real quick. I forget if Ellanis, is she missing either an eye or an arm like
Nope.
the rest of us?
Mm-mm.
No, she is not.
Okay.
The last time you hesitated, you turned to dust. So don't let that happen again. We have a mission. We have no time to waste.
The second young Morton Kanan finds out where you're to be away, he'll let you know.
God,
I
you're
haven't
so
seen
old.
him. I haven't seen him rather this upset in a long time. You think I'm old? You should see my friend Ed of the Greenwood.
Wait. Who?
Ed of the Greenwood.
Is that another famous wizard that everyone but me is aware of?
No. He's a man that I spend some time with on a different plane. Very knowledgeable. Some would say he's smarter than I am. If that's even possible. He has a knack for knowing the origins of all things.
think he can be of assistance?
He's lazy.
Oh, yes. Lazy.
We can't have everybody coming to Sigil. If we're all here, then it's easy to take us all out at once. Speaking of, I must be away.
Where are you headed next?
Must
If I
warn.
may ask.
I must warn other worlds. I must monitor the growing cults on different planets and planes and see what I can do to slow them down.
Be safe in your travels.
Much like Tasha was attempting to do on Alexandria.
Be safe in your travels, then.
Kill any
We'll do what we
cultist
can
you
do.
find.
I'll do what I can. I wish you all the best of luck. It's likely I will wipe my memory of you before I return home. Just
Then it will be lovely to meet you again.
for safety's sake. Here, let me walk you out as the captain helps Elminster up the stairs.
Well, we don't have much to do until we have the next place to go.
I'm sure that whatever business you have in the city is almost complete, and Warden Cannon will work day and night to make sure that you have the information that you need. I'll assist him how I can, but I don't know. Honea stands up. I need to get someone. Her potions will help. And Lady Electro kind of like puts a hand on her arm, and Honea takes off.
I'll gesture to Tasha. Will she be okay?
She looks like Elminster said she's a demigoddess. She'll be all right. This takes time.
Good. It's not every day you help a demigoddess out twice.
We get another wish.
You weren't here.
Don't know if it works that way.
Let her recover before you start begging for a reward, Canis.
I'm just asking.
Do you really think now's the time?
What? Everyone was thinking it.
No, just you.
I completely forgot about the wish, honestly.
Right, anyway. Best we get some rest while we can.
Yeah, it was about, I want to say midday, noonish, afternoon when this all happened, so. The automatons continue to clean up what they can. Tasha stays out cold for a bit. The captain, Honea's gone. The captain's here. He's roaming. He probably goes upstairs to help Morgan how he can. And Millennia will continue to man the pseudo shop / workshop.
Right, I meant to look over items I could buy and completely forgot about that over the week, so that's not happening.
Is there anything I can legally hit?
It's a brothel just up the street.
Violently.
Oh,
And don't repeat that with brothel.
there's a Githyanki brothel on the street.
You make a fair argument. That sounds like a great place to get into a fight.
I know a place.
Ellanis
I don't recommend
specifically,
it, though.
she will get in the street and trying to get in some trouble.
Second you step outside, you just hear a very firm, Ellanis!
Fun fucking fact. Swivel on the hill. Bright, smiling face. Who do I see?
You're dead.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Yes?
Get in sanctum.
I feel like I have a right to walk outside right now.
You do, but you're part of me, and I know what you're planning on doing.
I'm going on a stroll. A walk on the street. Sometimes people like us need walks.
I'm not gonna let it slide this time.
What do you mean by this time?
It's too much to risk.
Like,
Hit inside. If you need to hit somebody, hit Candace.
well, as much as I would enjoy doing that, I'd rather not be next to you right, or just anywhere near this space right now. I get it. I love you. And I understand.
You're here to help your friends, aren't you?
Yes, I am here to help them.
That's what this building represents right now. If you don't want to be near me, I'll leave, but they need you.
They don't. I'm just... I'm here because I need them. I'm here because I needed them and I needed you. I didn't get that. And then right before I ended up fighting my way out, before I finally fucking earned something on myself, they came through. The last minute came through. I can't do things that I can. Janice apparently is blessed by his fucking god. We got people who can do the Arcana shit, who can study and figure things out and work harder than I can. Fucking Vera is an ancient spell guard. I died. That's my special gift. I died and fought.
You died to a demigod. Or an avatar.
I
Nevertheless,
died.
They
world
got you
got
because
its back.
if they didn't need you, they would have left you.
I happened
Then
to
I
be
would
in
have
the way.
came, but
Trust me, all of you would have came. That's not the point.
well, then what's with the pity party?
Because every time because I'm not enough.
You were enough to escape the Raven's Queen's clutches.
For a
They'll
moment.
need. For a moment, you're still here. They'll
And-
need that. They'll need that tenacity. If you give up on them, then they're not going to have that.
You don't get it. You really don't fucking get it. You went off to do your shit, and I had to stay home. You have to be a hero. You have to be strong. All I got to do was sit in the streets where I watched her die. And again, I realized it's not enough. So I'm gonna go out there. Hopefully fight something to learn a bit more. Maybe learn how to dodge a little better, learn how to hit a little harder. That's what I can do. So I'm gonna go do that. Because I know you'd like me here right now. But I did too.
Do what you need to do.
Turns invisible. Leaves. It's John.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she returns home that night. Anyone else?
Captain doesn't. The captain doesn't really come back. But if anyone else wants to do anything the rest of the day, let me know.
Vera
Yeah.
would like to talk to Illustrio real quick.
Oh,
if she could.
She's just making sure, keeping an eye on Tasha.
Yeah. My lady. Just kind of like
Yes.
sit down next to her. So I did what you suggested.
How did it go?
Well, all that happened, I suppose, so I don't.
Are you saying you think this is your fault? No, it's not your fault.
I stumbled. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do.
I wouldn't have known what to say in your position either.
She remembered me, though, so that was something.
I mean, you're rather unique. What did you see?
I saw the moment she locked him away. I saw Sigil, I saw the Outland. All that energy and power.
Sounds like it was rather successful.
I mean, I guess in that sense, I just...
We're steps closer to knowing who you are. Not what I made you, but who you were.
I suppose you're right. You can't deny the coincidence, though. It's a bit jarring.
We didn't know that Alexandria would just fall like that at the exact same time.
No, I know. Should I hold on to, or would you like it back?
Oh, this isn't mine. I just took it to give it to you.
Oh. Okay.
It was a loan from Mordenkainen to give to you. I asked him for it.
I mean, thank you.
You're more than welcome to do it again, I'm sure.
I'll have to actually think of something proper to ask her instead of, "Are you the Lady of Pain? Do you know me?"
Perhaps you could actually communicate with her one day. If she knows you, maybe she'll talk to you.
Maybe. I won't lie to you. She is frightening, but in a... Like, I'm not scared. Intimidating is the word, I suppose.
I mean, she is the Lady of Pain.
Well... Yes, I suppose it is in the name. But to know I was there... Are there any...
You were old. No offense.
Oh.
Is there anyone?
Any books in the library about that?
Of the event?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I know there's a lot of people who would rather just not know he exists, so I don't think they want to really record what happened. It's all probably by word of mouth.
That's fair, I suppose.
The people who know about him the most is Mordenkainen, myself. His I don't know where he's been, but it's his ex-commander, Cass. But we don't even know where he's been. I haven't seen him since before, even when you and I first fought Vecna here. So, but that's someone to think about.
Cass. Does the name ring any bells to me?
Just rumors of like a former commander. For maybe the first time Vecna ever fell was he was present, but it's been a long time.
Yeah. I just... Is it weird of me to think that maybe if I learned something more about my past, that it might help us now?
Maybe that's what you were chosen for. I don't know, honestly. It could
I mean,
help.
she did specifically show me that.
She did, or Vecna did. The veil's worth thin recently.
No, I know. I would like to keep my hopes up, and I'll just pretend that it was her, not him.
Right. Well. I'm sure whatever it is, it'll serve a great purpose.
I'll just have to ruminate on it some more. Find out as much as I can from anybody and everybody.
As you guys are chatting, there's the front door opens again, and you hear Honea. She's down here. And she kind of comes down the stairs slowly, and as Honea gets towards the bottom of the stairs, she goes back up. Or she's like, "Oh," she goes back up, and you can hear these heavier footfalls accompanying Honea. And as she gets towards the bottom of the stairs, whoever's in this room or present in the sanctum sees Honea escorting Granny Mabel.
Granny!
Oh, I didn't expect to see you all here.
I didn't expect you to be the one Honea was going to get.
She said she needed potions.
Well, none better then. She'll get up and she'll kind of just lead Granny Mabel toward.
She walks over and she said, "Right where I left you." She kind of kneels down and opens her bag. Is she okay? And she kind of feels her head.
No. We had a bit of there was a bit of an issue with the what is it? God of Secrets? Lord of Secrets?
Yeah.
God of Secrets.
And
This happened because she was trying to protect a realm.
Onea mentioned it. Whose realm?
Exandria? Do you remember the little one that was with us? The little watery one?
Oh, he was a sweetheart.
Yes, his realm.
Well, I'm sure that boy is tenacious.
I think he's fine.
Rather quiet in here. It's usually a lot more higher esteem. Melania. She looks to whoever is present in the group and she just gives a very warm smile. And she leads to Honea and grabs her wrist and... Honea, where's that lousy brother of mine? She said, I haven't seen him. He went outside to talk to his daughter. Okay, well, I'll stick around until he returns. I'll do what I can here. And Lydia Leshel sends up. She's in good hands then. Lady Leshel, I'll stay out of your hair. I'm gonna go tend to more than Kanan. She goes upstairs. And Granny Mabel just continues to make potions and tend to Tasha. But she is present.
Phil, I just want to make sure I heard you right. Was it Granny Mabel that said, "Where's that lousy brother of mine"?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Keeping that tabbed.
Wait. Phil?
What?
Does that mean...
That the captain and the father of Ellanis is Ozzy? Yes.
Shit.
My boy! My son!
Yeah.
Oh.
Did I ever mention that?
Grandparents. Kasey, grandparents.
I think Granny Mabel, like a lizard person.
She sure is.
Correct.
Wait.
Have to show me a family tree later.
If Granny Mabel is...
That would make Ellanis, Ibahali, and Piper's granddaughter. Technically.
Well, hold up. So, Ibahali and Piper made Mithra,
Mm-hmm.
and Ozzy and someone else made the captain. That wouldn't make them...
No.
That wouldn't...
Ozzy is the captain.
What? Oh!
You hated him.
Oh, shit!
Man, it took him a couple of sessions. Took him a minute.
Nation, man.
Took him a minute. It's fine.
I've said Osborne like 3 times.
I have not heard you say that once.
I haven't heard that.
We can tell.
I haven't heard it either.
What?
Oh, I've been sitting on that this whole campaign.
Oh my god!
It's a fun fact.
Holy shit!
Which also begs the question, what parental relationship did I just ruin?
Oh.
Yeah. Have fun with that.
Anyone else doing anything tonight?
No, after that revelation, how can we talk it?
Well, you said Ellanis didn't return for the night, right?
Correct.
Oh yeah, she did not. If you haven't paying attention, like, where'd she go? Not here.
Garret will probably leave for the night, fly around the city and search for her.
Go ahead and roll investigation or perception, looking for her. It's gonna just be your passive stealth.
It's not a good DC.
Yeah, it's still
Passive investigation.
not your passive. It's
Well, yeah.
it's against Ellanis' passive still.
Investigation is a +9. Surely I don't flub this. I'm not gonna use that dice 'cause it's often shit. Okay, a 24.
Ooh, that'll do it.
You find and approach Ellanis whenever you want.
Okay, well, where is she? Where?
I think I could decide
I'm
that.
gonna go pee.
Have fun. Have fun. Stay safe. Let's see. We would find her probably. All right, you got two options: highs or lows.
Highs.
That's funny. Okay, so you find her in a back alley, a little hungover.
Okay. He won't make himself known yet, but at the very top of the alley, or like, kind of like perched above, like on top of a building looking down at her. I need her to make a...
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're getting predictable. $23.
Okay, you make it. So, guessing whatever mind haze Ellanis is going right now, he can't really
It's only service thoughts.
dig anything. But
You ever be so drunk nobody could read your mind?
Yes. I've been so drunk I can't read my mind. I think that's just.
I've been muted
back.
this whole time.
Oh.
God, I keep
Oh,
interjecting.
no.
I kept
Sorry.
saying Oordem. No, I kept saying like Oordem's gonna enter the room when Maggie's there, when Mabel's there, and like nobody responded. I'm like, wait a second, my mute? Yep. Anyway, continue.
We're sorry.
It's not you.
I know, but I still apologize.
But after that, Garret will kind of fly down to her, just stand in front of her.
There's a moment where she like kind of like doesn't realize you're there, then reacts and just hits a bolt to the stone wall. Sorry.
He'll offer a hand to her.
No.
You don't need to spend your nights out here.
I would rather.
Well, I know you'd rather, but I insist.
No, it's fine. The stone. She kind of slides over. Cold stone.
How do I want to do this?
I don't know, man. How are you gonna do this?
I kind of want to flavor this like he uses his...
I'm staring you right in the eyes.
I kind of want to flavor this to, like, he uses telepathy to lift her up into the air.
I don't think
Telekinesis.
Or
Yeah, I'm like,
telekinesis.
you can't really do that. Well, what would Phil think?
How would you do that?
I mean, you can.
Alright, so...
I'm down with it. I think it's funny.
If she doesn't do anything about it, he would attempt to basically lift her up in the air and basically just, after she was already in the air, kind of like throw her over his shoulder.
Yeah, she's trying to fight it, but it's weak.
And
Disadvantage and whatnot.
don't touch the wings. And
Okay.
through some struggling, Garret will flapping his wings and start flying with her, basically over his shoulder. And talking while they're
Flying.
both in the air, he'll basically yell back to her. So, what were you doing out this late at night and drunk as you are?
I was feeling great.
Alright, and I assume something happened to cause you to want to do this?
Why why is it always got to be something? What if I just wanted to be free? What if I wanted to experience this something?
Garret will land on like the roof of a building and set her down for a moment.
Yeah, shit. Fuck.
Look, the only reason why I ask is because you were... Well, I don't know if any more happened, but you know how earlier went, and you didn't seem to be in the most stable of moods, so... And I, for one, do not want people, even though this is a relatively safe city, I'd like to assume, you to either go on and do something stupid, or I don't really, but we're in tough times right now, and it's best to not let things really get to your head, as frustrating and can't find the words, but as frustrating as they are, we gotta keep a level head, or else we'll spiral.
Yeah, bad decisions and things go wrong and people get hurt. I've heard it. I've heard it all before. I've been in like that so many fucking conversations.
I know,
Keep
and I'm not here to
like
lecture
this,
you
gotta
like a
keep
father
doing
would,
that,
but I'm
gotta-
just here to simply make sure you're doing.
Well, fun fact, not. I don't think you can fix it.
I don't know if I
I
wouldn't
fucked up.
really know what to fix, really.
That's great. Sorry, I must be a mess.
He kind of chuckles.
Like, I'm not like you or them.
In terms of,
I don't know. I'm not. You fucking. You're working with Morty over there with the fucking Elder God blood. Vera's. I don't know what's up with her shtick, but her and I'm sorry, I can't even remember her name. The pretty woman. They're all been at it. They're all friends. You have that. Oordem is some grand, special touched thing who can cast divine magic, and Canis can summon dragons out of a portal. I got a bow.
you have a bow and you live once again. Isn't that the most important part? You could have easily perished and just been stuck into the endless void that is the afterlife. But here you are now.
Oh,
Have you not thought about that? You're touched by the Raven Queen.
I'm touched by that bitch.
Yes, I understand that. But you do have to look at the fact that not everyone is the same, but you shouldn't sell yourself short just because you don't or aren't like other people. Because each of us is special in our own ways. Even people like Canis. He's special in his own way as well as
special ed, but
But
you didn't grow up with siblings like I did.
oh, I don't think you know the people I grew up with. But I could assume probably so, as being a spell guard or whatever.
My older brother, 2 older brothers. I was born a human, to an Azimar and a full elf. That doesn't fucking happen. One touched by the sun god who can fight and kill and expel demons at 12. He fought his first banshee at 12. Who does that?
Well,
Do you
apparently
think,
him.
and you think you can cast? My brother Victor was so book savvy and smart. He can come up with a quip or a rhyme at any other point, debating scholars about the correct pronunciations for fire spells. He was 15 when he made his
What's your
first
point of all
domain.
of this? What does that have to
And I
come
was,
into play?
and a week before you met me, I was in the infirmary because I tripped on some twigs and got mauled by a wolf.
Okay. And then you died after we met you. To a far greater foe, I might add.
Thanks, thank you. I appreciate my achievement was my death.
No, don't take it like that. I'm just saying
Saying what?
things happen. And sure, you get fucking injured. I get injured because people fall on me, and my bones are hollow and brittle. But even if that's the case, I stand back up and I keep moving. What you need to do is maybe not look towards being like other people or looking at what other people have, and he puts a clawed finger to her chest. Look at what you have and the achievements you have done and what you are going to do. For you're not like everyone else, and no one's like you. As much of a curse as you have right now, I'm sure there are others in the past, but you're here now. You've been given another chance. And don't let people arguing or other shit like that ruin what you can truly do for yourself.
I hear you. I just... I didn't want any of this.
Trust me, I didn't either. Rather, in fact, I am quite missing home and my family and the rest of the people I left home with. I never intended to go this far outside of just some ornament. No?
Sorry, it's just different for me. I didn't have anyone. Really, I had to help myself. I had to get myself on my feet. And the minute I thought I was
If that's the case,
getting...
then be proud of that.
I'm not.
Because that's more admirable than anything else. If you're able to look at what you have, and if it may not be much and you overcome it, isn't that something that's relatively badass, I would add. Don't let the echoes of the past trouble you, for you are in the now. Do what you can. And, well, make the best out of things. Things are always going to be frustrating and angering, unfortunate, even if it's not directly at you, but for the people that happen, or for the things that happen to others and your friends and, people like that. That's the way the world works. You just have to overcome it, and like I said, do what you can. You get what I'm saying? I'm probably not making any sense, but...
She stands up. Wobbles a little. Just hugs. No, you're not so bad.
It'll be alright, Ellanis. Trust me. I'm not going to let the thing that happened to you in the past, or what could have happened to Nima, I will do my damnedest to make sure that doesn't happen to anyone else, or you for the matter. But I just need you to not let your mind constrict you and contort you in a way that will just leave you into a sour, broken mess. If you can do that for me, I would at least be very appreciative of it.
Okay.
Now,
I
I'm gonna pick you back up, and I'm gonna take you back to Sigil.
Fine.
And Garret will do just that, and we'll fly back. Probably trying to find a window that's closer to, like, one of their rooms. That way they don't have to deal with going through the entrance and being stopped by people.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just glad we found the window. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Just one clarification. Think so.
You guys back at the sanctum then?
Yep.
Okay.
During that time, while I was muted, I was asking if Oordem could probably stumble in and see Granny Mabel tending to Tasha at some point.
Someone was needed.
I mean, it's whenever you want. Yeah,
Yeah, so it'd be.
She's just pulled up a chair. She's pulled up a chair and she's tending to Tasha. She's got like a damp rag on Tasha's head and being the granny that she is.
Walk in the room and actually recognize her. Be like, Granny Mabel.
Hello, Oordem.
I'm surprised to see you here. Tending to Tasha. How is she doing?
She's stable. Potions are helping.
I had given her a heal as soon as
I thought
came
I
through the
said
portal.
something.
I did best I could. Looks like it was enough, and that's
That was nice of you.
I try to protect who I can.
Why is that?
I come from a place that everybody had to essentially look out for each other. some point long ago, it was a bit of a free-for-all, and then everybody realized they needed to work together, or someone told them they should. Ever since then, the people were a little bit more in line. That's the gist of it, though.
Oh, Oordem, you big softy.
But since you're here, I'm wondering if I could ask you about something.
Of course.
Kind of take his glove off, his gauntlet off his hand with the hole in it. Does it still look the same? Has it gotten like worse or better or anything?
When's the last time you
Over
looked
this
at
time? Yeah, probably. Me as a player, probably not in a while. Yeah, I'd say probably not for the past couple adventures.
When's the last you knew about it? What did you know?
It was still the hole. I'll take it off usually to just show somebody and never really study it. So let's just say like maybe in the last time I've studied it was maybe a week or two ago in game time.
And you're going to show it to Granny Mabel?
Yeah, that's me. I still have this. Holds up his hand with a hole in it. You saved me from that Treant entity, whatever it was. But
we all
still
make mistakes.
I did make the deal with it. Do you know anything about it? What that was? I asked you once before, and you said it was a vessel.
It's a terrible, terrible thing. I bumped into it once or twice in that area. It's a dark fey entity. Its roots are. Think of its roots like one of the things you fought.
That's what you mean by vessel. It was just
Throughout the multiverse and the planes, it digs its roots through them, and it does what it can to sway the people to garner power. I stopped its corruption. Its seed was planted, but I exterminated it, so to speak.
it won't be corrupting anybody else. At least
Won't be corrupting you. Nothing I can do about that entity. It's something that even the good lady Dasha's been trying to deal with. It's a powerful entity trying to force its will and exert its power over the Fey realm. You know,
It's like they're all coming out at once. First the whispered one, and then that.
Not much too different than your. She knocks on the gauntlet.
Yeah, I had.
Maybe
These similarities were not lost on me.
Maybe that's why you were so easy to get in touch with.
Maybe that's why I agreed so easily.
How's your faith nowadays?
I still try to follow Bane. It feels a bit hollow.
And rewarding?
Kind of sits back and sort of thinks. I feel it's more. His teachings are ingrained in me.
Well, I can certainly tell you don't carry yourself like a follower of Bane.
We are. I have heard we are. my town. A bit of a black sheep when it comes to that. But
there are other people out there that will reward you in greater ways. Know that.
He sort of takes that in. Sort of like he knows, but at the same time, it's still hard for him to turn his back on what he's essentially just grown up with for his entire life.
She grabs Oordem's hand and pats the hand that has a hole. Bane's chosen his side. You won't follow him, will you?
Thinks to himself for a bit. I'm not sure. I'm having trouble.
We'll find a way.
Takes his hand back and loves it back up.
She looks across the room, and I'm assuming Canis is present but not here, and maybe you should talk with your friend Canis. You two might have something in common.
Yeah. Maybe that's a good idea. Thank you again, Granny Mabel.
Of course, dear. I'm always willing to lend an ear.
Glad we got to see you again so quickly.
I honestly did not expect to be dragged all the way to Sigil.
Honestly, neither did I. Keep coming back. He'll sort of get up and make his exit. He probably won't go directly to Canis. He's gonna sit on that, let that simmer for a bit.
Anyone else?
Me.
Okay. Night comes then, and if anyone isn't doing anything, we just will progress to the next day, and then it's the day of the weapons they'll get dropped off. Weapons get dropped off. All the items minus the staff are now acquired. You guys can have them. And near the end of that day, while you guys are all kind of just relaxing at the couches, Mordenkainen comes stumbling down with some bags under his eyes. Tasha's finally starting to sit up, but she's quiet. You can tell she's a little frustrated from what happened, but at the same time, she's normally quiet, but you can tell she's got this look of not failure, but more just frustration.
Distraught. She's a bit distraught.
Mm-hmm. Brady Mabel's still tending to her, and it's very clear that Tasha and Granny Mabel know each other a little more than you guys think, or initially knew. Honey is kind of hanging around Granny Mabel, and Illustrial and Melania are serving up tea. Like I said, Mordenkainen comes down. I've got it. I know where we are to head. Well, your lot are to head.
This is welcome news. Where to?
If my calculations are correct, the short should send you to Corvair.
Corvair?
Correct.
Bless you.
Thank you. This place, though, you need to be very careful here. It's not friendly to outsiders. It's friendly to your kind, Vera, but anyone else. Riddled with war.
Do you even know what piece this would be?
I don't, but it'll... The shot itself will eventually lead you there.
I just assume number 3.
Correct. When you get there, though, I did a bit of research and spoke with Elminster. When you get there, you're going to need to find a Dawson. It's he looks around to try and figure out what it could look like. It's a silver ball latent with arcane energies. What you need to do is you need to find a Dawson, and you need to attach it to the current piece that you have. It should amplify its powers and direct you immediately to the third piece. Shouldn't be too far, but it's somewhere.
Would that very same Darcent help us find other parts of the route?
I'm sure it could amplify its power in some regard, but you'll definitely need it when you get to Corvair.
Okay.
Beyond that, it's not a very friendly place, like I said.
Well, what place is? Does this realm have a name? I assume this is a city we're traveling to.
It's called Corvair. You're headed to this. To what I know, it's somewhere in the Mournlands.
Sounds pleasant.
Mournlands is just a ruined waste. Magic is not. It's not normal there. Think like when you were in space, but far worse. It's very unreliable.
Well, I guess better to get this out of the way earlier than later.
It will be particularly challenging, so don't expect to be back so soon. I would suggest that if it's somewhere, it's going to be hidden within one of the dozens of ruined colossi. They'll be scattered all over the place.
The last guy. Where exactly are we going?
It's a place far more advanced than Toril, that's what I'll say.
We had to prepare ourselves.
It'll be a goose chase, but like I said, if you can manage to find a Dawson to connect to the piece, you'll have a far easier time.
Connect the magic rod to the big thing. It'll lead us to the other big thing.
Correct.
Simple enough.
Attach thing to the thing.
Yeah. It's just magic. It's not that hard.
Even a bird can do it.
I hope our bird can do it. Well. Said let's see the one.
In Ellanis now
it.
you have a proper weapon.
Trust me, I've. Try to resist me now. Fucking. No more magical damage.
No, I got you.
But seriously, thank you. We'll try and make it swift. If we're good at anything, it is finding trouble, so shouldn't have taken that long.
I did my best.
Get rest.
I have other things to tend to, but I'll do what I can. When you're all ready, I can activate the portal to send you to Corvair.
Is there any other supplies that anybody needs? Could I actually
It's broke now.
could I actually have gotten a couple of greater healing potions?
Sure.
So normal healing potions are 50. Adventures League sets greater healing at like 100 because it's essentially double that. Would that be the price for it, or to get something else?
Well, I think it's usually 300, but I don't know what this is.
What? Yeah, if it's 300, that's also good. Just whatever you want it to be, Phil.
I'm looking.
Okie doke. Yeah, Adventures League would trade it like a buyable gear, which is why it's just twice as much as normal potions. But
Potions are always like ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
You're talking about the rare equivalent?
Greater healing.
I would assume it's either rare or uncommon.
Greater.
If it's uncommon, it's 300 gold, but you could half it.
It is uncommon, yes.
Yeah, just half it.
150. So I'm gonna pick up like 4 of those just to have. So 600.
Okay.
Can't you heal? Why do you need so many potions?
You're right. I should just get 2. 300.
Alright. Any last
Did Ellanis go back to Ednot Nemode? Gno
Yeah.
mode?
She
we kind of expedited it.
Yeah, the weapons were delivered.
weapons were delivered, and as a note, I am just going to top off on bolts.
Okay.
I will ask Tasha before we depart. When you were in Exandria, was there a young man, a water genasi?
Nima went with her. She took Nima.
Yeah, but like, he's asking like if he saw him fall or escape or anything like that.
I did not. He insisted on staying back to probably help his people. I was against it, but he wanted to.
Well, that young man is tougher than he looks.
But I just hope that he's as tough as he needs to be. You all need to be just as tough and eyes forward. And be ready for anything when we're in Corvair. Best of luck, friends.
Thank you.
What that wish as I get pulled through the portal?
No, we're going.
Go.
We just push him through this portal. Alright, so Mordenkainen creates the portal, and as he creates the portal, it looks a little different than normal, but the portal itself is a large 20-foot tall vertical black oval. And in the sanctum before you step in, it looks as if it's made of glass. And as you pass through it and look back, this oval sits on the muck atop a low hill. Looking into this oval, it reflects the surrounding mist-shrouded landscape with supernatural clarity. The oval looks like a giant mirror, but it functions as a door between Sigil and Corvair. Welcome to Eberron, everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Eberron.
Yeah. I'm keeping my eyes out for Dirty. As soon as we find Dirty, I'm gonna...
Keeping my eyes out for Al.
Bunch of heroes just stop their quest to save the world.
This is where you guys step out.
Oh, I see that, yeah.
The map itself is covered in fog, so you can't really see one way or another. The occasional colossi peeks through the fog, but travel is difficult here. Very difficult.
This colossi right here just looks like he's chilling.
This is pretty much what this map looks like everywhere.
Oh, that's cool.
You would think Vecna may have already been here.
And to put scale to this for you all,
Yeah, those things are not small.
Yeah.
that character down bottom is your size.
Huge.
Oh,
These are
Colossi.
walking. Yeah, these are walking mountains.
Yeah.
What
The
happened?
Eberron book literally has maps for being inside one of these things.
So as you guys look around, you do see the occasional looming humanoid figure against the mountain and such.
What happened to this place?
Mordecai did say war.
Yeah.
Well,
These machines of war are giant beings, and this is just their remains.
that's kind of impressive. A robot of that size. Or construct, if you will. I don't know what the term they want to be called.
Well, I figured we just roll.
Start hunting?
Yeah. The question is,
What was it?
Which way?
Yeah.
Touch the rod.
Yeah, let's see. Does it give you any science? Actually, who has it?
I think Garrett's been holding it.
No, Candace has the last piece, and
Right.
Vera has the first piece.
He handed it back to me when he was done examining it.
I would assume, actually, Oordem, you probably have it. Whoever wants it has it.
Someone pointed.
It doesn't matter.
It's Oordem's turn to hold the rod.
Well, I don't hold the rod.
You can hold the next rod.
I'll hold you to that.
I will take the piece, and I'll say that I've got one of the pieces, and I will order.
That's it. I can hold the rod.
Either way,
next.
I'll use it to see if I can douse to where it's got to go next, to where we gotta go.
As you hold the rod, it doesn't spark dangerously, but it sparks, and you can't really discern much of anything with. As you do that, you could tell the thick fog that covers this landscape is kind of just interfering.
It's going to work. We have to find that
Takes
descent
it a bit.
object.
Caden mentioned that the Dawsons could either be in the Colossi, or you have to just look for them.
But we just want to check each of these ginormous things. They all gonna have a Dawson in it?
We can just... I think so. I'm not...
Well, no way to find out then, unless we find civilization or we go and look ourselves. Let's go Dawson hunting.
Yes, shall we?
Let's douse for some Dawsons.
Doss the Dowsons.
Traveling here, or anywhere for that matter in the Moorlands, it just feels like this place is ever changing. Whenever you travel from one location to another,
It wasn't my fault.
No. Which way and where are you guys headed?
Well, we have no real
You would-
set. We don't have a map. We don't have such direction, and we were told let's go look into a Colossus. So
Mhm.
I mean,
You can
Perhaps
navigate
yeah.
with survival checks. There's just a DC to them. Like you could.
It's more of a matter of we don't really know where to go, and we are passing by
Yeah.
Colossi as we go, right?
What you see on the map here is what
Yeah.
exists and what you can explore.
Okay.
Just know that because of the fog and the mist of the moorland, it will take time between travel.
So we can sort of sense all of these locations, maybe see them.
The survival check will keep you on path
Okay.
instead of getting lost. I guess we'll say that. Yeah, you could occasionally see where you're headed if you have the right survival check.
Well, go ahead. Let's all go ahead and make one.
You can make one or have somebody make it for the group.
Natural one. Can't see anything in this fog.
Nice.
I have good perception.
Eventually find some footprints that look just like ours. Weird.
21.
Okay. And
Canis is living.
you have more than enough, but even that 21, you feel confident. Where do you want to head first? We'll say that the Colossi are the easier things to point out. So
Also seems to be a camp.
that's harder to see. So we'll say you'll between the two on the right and left are what you see first. You're kind of leading the group, Canis, so you pick.
We
Where
can
to,
randomly
Canis?
search these colossi, hoping to have what we need, or we can gather intel first.
I say let's head to a Colossus.
What? Just switch around for balls.
Powerful energy balls. Yes.
Nevertheless,
The power is stored in the balls. Yes, I know.
the travel to the first Colossi, which one do you want to go to first?
It's up to you. You pick Joey because you're navigating. So
Pick one.
river.
Pick one, anyone.
Don't even know exactly what we're looking for. I think we need to see if there's any sign of civilization here, any people.
So he's just gonna ignore us and let's just lead us to
Okay.
civilization. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
So
No one's arguing against me except for Oordem.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
It's like, we should. He's choosing us.
it feels like it literally takes hours. Canis, while you know you're maintaining a heading, it takes 4 hours to get to a point before you realize it's 6 hours this way. And as you pierce the fog and travel through the muddled magic and the deep tracks of large bipedal boot prints, you begin to manage to find smaller, fresh boot prints. They seem to be made by light bipedal figures that they kind of wander aimlessly for a moment before they lead towards that camp to the north of where you guys entered.
What could possibly survive here?
Something does.
Not giant, constructs apparently.
Has there been any sign of life, like plants or
Yeah.
anything here?
Roll a perception if you want to look for anything.
I'd like to actually do that too.
11.
No plants.
Slightly better with 12. Also looking for vegetation.
One
or
plant.
animals.
No plants. Who has the highest passive perception?
Mine is
Mine's
16 by sight.
19.
Mine's pretty low.
You said 19, Vera?
Mm-hmm.
Vera, you occasionally see what what appears to be just figures in the mist, and you feel like they're following you. The figures themselves are heavily cloaked, but they look like they're just gauging what you're doing.
Mhm.
They haven't engaged, but they're also not hiding. But they're far enough away that when the mist moves occasionally, you do see them, and they see you.
I will inform the group.
We will say what you do see is the three humanoid figures. As you guys travel for almost 10 hours and kind of lose faith in Canis before he stumbles across what appears to be like a large crumbling stone bridge that crosses the river.
Finally.
See, I told you we were heading in the right direction.
I was not sure.
Beneath one side of the bridge is soiled leather tents and bedrolls that are arranged around a fire pit.
By my son. People actually live here.
Around this fire pit, you can see what appears to be three different sized figures, but three humanoids nonetheless. They don't really seem to stand up and draw weapons when they immediately notice your approach on the bridge.
Nobody wanted to step up.
Well,
Canis is leading.
About to say, since it's
Yeah.
leading, I'll
step up with Canis.
approach.
Just one next time.
Goes, we're in need of information.
Not even a hello? Oh, direct. Okay.
Not a lot of that going around here. It's obviously more feminine than I put it, but also it's still pretty gruff. As this larger woman kind of pokes the fire. What kind of information are you after?
Ooh.
As she stands up and kind of dwarfs you by a foot.
Hi.
Oh, you're taller than I imagined.
Yeah, both of us just like, damn.
Say, you have it on good authority that one of these Colossi pulled an object called a descent.
Was it pronounced Dawson?
No, I think it's descent.
Okay.
You're after them Dawsons. You're too late. Pilgrims already snagged them all up.
Ah, yes, the pilgrims.
It's gonna be a while before you find them. You're more than welcome to our share of food. It's meager, but if you need some, it's
Well-
here.
Thank you. Pilgrims. They passed by here shortly ago, or was that more of a
You don't
long term?
You don't look like you're from around here.
No, I'm not.
We are very much not from around here.
She looks like she's from around here. And as you guys look towards Vera, when this large orcish woman says this, the fog is actually kind of messing with the magics that protects Vera. Vera looks far more robotic than she's ever looked.
Do you have Vera, have you been using lotion this morning? You look a little...
Well, that's a bit rude, Ellanis.
It's not something that you would notice immediately because the fog is so thick. It's like a 5 foot to see each other kind of deal, and on top of that, It's not very violent. It just happens. Unless my eyes deceive me. You ain't one of them warforged, are you? You pilgrim yourself?
No, ma'am. I'm not. Warforged, yes. Pilgrim, no.
What?
Yes, but you're not from around here.
No. Good gracious, no. No offense.
None taken. She sits down and she tosses what she was cooking on the fire to the two men, and she takes what she wants.
Would you like more food?
You got more?
Oh yes, of course. She'll dig in her bag for a couple of rations.
That'll do. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, you're very welcome.
That does make me think. Do you even need to eat there?
Anyway, sorry, what was your name? I didn't quite catch that.
I'm Calith. I'm Calith of Seer.
Calith. That's a
Calith.
lovely name
Otherwise,
that I spelled wrong.
Me and my companions are the last two that are around. We're honestly shocked to see breathers here.
That was said differently.
Like, as in
The
you
only-
three are the last.
The only thing living here is metal.
Has
You're either metal or you're with the Lord of Blades.
And the Lord of who?
It's a warlord.
Okay.
Not very friendly
Are you-
sort.
Are you familiar with anybody by the name of Vecna?
Never heard
Wow,
of
really just dropping the word.
Oh, it looked like this place might have already been decimated by him, but I guess it hasn't.
It's quite possible. No one really knows what the hell happened.
Is this
Wasn't-
recent?
Maybe about. I mean, we all blacked out, right? But I remember blacking out not too long ago. Waking up here.
Hmm.
We all here think that, lady, no offense, that the robots are involved in it. We think that the robots are behind whatever happened. Try to wiping us off the face of the planet.
Is the whole planet like this?
I haven't traveled past the valley, but the whole valley's like this.
That is.
As far as I know, safe answer is yes.
Quite a
Didn't
place.
used to look like this.
Or, how long did she say this happened?
About a month.
A month. Maybe Vecna got to this world first.
I don't know who this Vecna is, but if it's a robot, I'm sure he is. He did, maybe.
It's a hot black one.
That's fine. The only robots around are these short little gnome creatures, about 3 feet high. They're nothing to worry about.
Well, seem like a nice sort. You're welcome to stay here if you need.
Yes, this will make an excellent base of operations as we gain our bearings and begin the
As
search
we-
for these pilgrims.
I was thinking we keep moving.
We've been
It's
marching
been 10 hours.
10 hours.
It's just a 10, yeah.
I mean, we got more tents, but There's only 3 of us, so
No,
it's setting them up.
It's fine. I have a sleeping bag.
When you're in war, you find rest where you can. Sleep on the ground.
I mean, you might. I have a fur-covered bag.
Y'all gonna stay here for the night?
If you don't mind.
We were walking a long time.
You're more than welcome. Where are y'all from? Like I said, you don't look like you're from.
Yeah, different.
Toro.
Yeah.
Is that south?
Very
Yes.
south.
Very.
Well, welcome to the Mournlands.
It's better than my last one. Well, thank you for your list.
During the 10-hour walk, and seeing all like the magical interference and stuff, I'd probably try and do a couple of like, maybe among the bunch of us, cantrips and small spells and magic like that to see if anything else is affected or messed up or anything like that, or like cantrips messed up at all.
Quicker, potent magics like spells themselves, they work relatively fine.
Okay.
It's the longer, more like in-place magics that get affected by a lot of things.
Right. Okay.
I didn't tell you, but I cast Find Seed earlier. Was that affected?
No, it's okay.
You've been riding on a dragon this whole time without
Yeah.
not telling us?
Yeah.
Ah.
Sorry, we're kind of in it.
Yeah.
Are you Dragon Mark?
Dragon Mark. No,
You're riding.
simply my steed.
You're riding a dragon. I don't know. Maybe I figured you were part of one of them fancy houses.
Tell me more about these houses in Dragon Mark.
Well, I guess we have all night. She goes on to explain a lot of the Eberron lore, the dragon marks, and the houses. If you're interested, you could look them up. That there's pretty much each house. The house has certain dragon marks, and the dragon marks are they're rare in each house, but they are valued assets to each house. It's definitely not something that you are.
Oh yeah. Any of them associated with red dragons? If you don't know, that's fine.
Dragon marks in their houses.
Let's look real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking up too.
That I know of. I know that they come from Argonesson, but I can't tell you if they're still alive. Like I said, as far as I know, this is what the world looks like. You didn't come from, by chance, from beyond the mist, did you? I know you said south, but have you only seen the mist?
Since entering the valley, or perhaps just outside. Hard to tell.
So you only know the mist as well.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Well, like I said, pretty sure it's just an Argonesson. It's where the dragons dwell. It's where maybe the dragon marks came from, but nevertheless, our planet's made from some dragon corpses. At least that's the tales. Right, fellas? And they nod. Pretty interesting story if you got some time.
We are resting for the night.
she pretty much just goes on to explain how Eberron was created by three great dragons. She explains that lore to you guys.
Every so often I'll like turn to someone else in our party and be like, this place sounds a lot more interesting than the origins of Torald.
I actually like the part about the dragons.
I will be transparent tonight. This is going to be a shorter one.
That's
And
fine.
especially because this is just a lot of this is a poorly written chapter, and there's a lot of dice rolling and stuff like that.
It's like we've already written a source book for Eberron. We gotta go there in the adventure.
Yeah. There is stuff. It's pretty cool, but it's just you guys got the gist of it already. Check for the Dawsons.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's welcome to Eberron. That's where we'll be ending for tonight.
Oh, I see.
For a second, I thought for a while I thought the northernmost Colossus on the right side of the river. I thought that was like a giant car wreck.
It does kind of look like that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's just having an eepy meepy moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love like this dude's just chilling in a sand dune. This one's just taking a nap. This guy's just hanging out. This guy's depressed.
I said that I'm a Colossus.
This one fell. I'm a face.
This one's Metroid. There's Thomas.
This one here is like, hate me like one of your French robots.
Yeah.
Hate me like one of your colossi.
Guys, get me out of the sand. Who buried me while I was napping?
I am the Sand Guardian, guardian of the
sand.
The sign quivers before him.
Fuck off!
Off.
I miss Vine so much.